Hey, what's going on, all you beautiful people of YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today what we're going to do is, well, my plans actually changed. I was originally going to build this car. Well, not build it, but it's a customer's car here. It's a 1998 Ribson Starline Nissan Skyline. It's got a list of parts here that we need to change, and you got to do body repair work on it and stuff like that. But that one's going to be held off to a little bit later on. However, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a flip. Now, what do I mean by flip? I'm not going to like fully get the motor running and completely redo all the suspension. All we're going to do on this is clean it, put new body panels on it, new wheels and tires, and then send her out the door. First things first, and we're going to change the interior too. Well, not change it, we're just going to repair it, we shall say. So, let's get her all washed up. Ooh, that's a pretty blue. I like that. Now let's get this thing into the shop. Car lift A, it's the only one we got, and hopefully by the end of the episode here we'll have have the other bay opened up and such. Now, I purchased this car from the junkyard. I only had 87,000 miles on it. I only paid $28,659. It's worth, now that it's washed, $34,218, which is a profit right out the gate without even lifting a tool on it of $5,559. So, what we're going to do is we're going to see what size wheels are on it. We're going to run 20s all the way around. So first things first, let's come into here. Let's buy ourselves some wheels, and we're going to go with the most expensive ones we can get our rubber little paws on. We're going to get 4 of these. We're going to go 20s. Now that's a fair chunk of change right there. It's $8,400. Okay, now what size is the rubber? 335, 30, 20 for the rear. 335, 30, 20. Let's go with these ones. 2, 20, 335, 30. Perfect. Now for the fronts is 255, and we're gonna bump it down a notch for the, you'll see. And it was 255. And instead of doing the 35 that it comes with, because we're running 20s instead of 19s, we're going to change this down to 30. So there we go. We got $45,000 now. We started out with 61. All right, now we're going to go over here to Body Workstation. We're going to get the clamshell, the left door window. We're going to get all the body panels that we need for it. Perfect. Now we got to get the interior for it. Let's see. It's Pagani Revolution. It's the only car with a seat Zonda. We'll get 2 of them. And we're going to get that fancy dancy steering wheel that comes with it. Look at that steering wheel right here, huh? It's got the tacking built right into it. Such a beautiful piece. Alright. Now, we're on the waiting game now. So, while we're waiting, let's go ahead and strip all the body panels off of it. Well, that was pretty simple, huh? Let's get rid of this interior. Perfect. Now let's put this thing up on the lift. And now we're going to strip these tires off. While we're waiting. Stubborn, stubborn, stubborn. Perfect. Let's run around here to the front. And same process, just going to rip the wheels off. I've been asked in a few different videos on Car Mechanic Simulator, how can you make, I guess, fast cash? How do I make the cash that I make? Well, when you're first starting out, this is what I like to do. This to me is what will give you, it doesn't give you hardly any XP, but gives you enough cash to get all the tools required to do a bigger job at a reasonable amount of time. Alright, we got that. Now we're going to bring over a handy dandy little welder. This in itself is going to help out extra mentally. or however that's pronounced. Look at that, we're already down $7,000. Okay, we went from being up 5 down to 7,000 in the hole. Now we're going to spend $2,500. Going to fix this. Pretty sure that there's a... How much are we up now? Oh, we're only down $387. So that basically picked us up 6 grand, almost $7,000. So let's see, what's the body at? 1%. Okay, and we also forgot, we got to get license plates. Now we're just going to go quickly here through this. Z, 0 for O, and D, A. Perfect. I believe it's only 1, but let's get 2 just to be on the safe side, right? All right, now we got $28,000 or $26,000 left. We shouldn't need anything more than that for what my plan of attack here is. So, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to step on outside here. Our parts aren't here yet. We're going to head down to the old junkyard and see if there's another project vehicle that we could pick up for a decent amount of money. So, I'll see you all when we get to the junkyard. Alrighty, here we are at the famous junkyard. Let's just take a quick little run around here, see if there's anything in here that we might be interested in purchasing. And we're kind of looking for high-end cars right now. This is not a high-end car. Let's keep on cruising. Cruising. Nothing. Definitely nothing there. And nothing over there that I can see. Maybe I've been wrong, but didn't look all that fancy or exotic. Alright. What is that? An FMW or an actual BMW? Ooh, it's an actual BMW. Nope, FMW. Panther MK1. It's got an inline 6, dual overhead cam, FMW motor. You know, it's a decent price. You know, you could do this too. You know, it's worth $4,500. You could spend $5,000 to get it if you so choose to. You know, you will turn a profit on this, right? But like in the last video there, you saw me build the GTO. You know, we made, you know, we sold it for $91,000. And we got ourselves an SVR here. Land Rover Range Rover Sport SVR. Ooh, overpriced. The value of the car is $14,905. They want $17,220. I don't think so. We can stay there for that. We're in the business of making money, not losing money. All right, let's head on down here. All right, well, there's nothing here that I'm interested in. So let's head back to the shop and hopefully our parts will be there. All right, as I was getting here, the delivery driver was leaving. So we got our parts. Let's head on inside here. Turn off the alarm. Beep, boop, beep, boop. There we go. Alright, so we have this. The Zonda Revolution. The Pagani Zonda Revolution. So let's, first things first, let's put our wheels and tires together. I'm going to do the fronts first. I got a window tint kit in here? No, I do not. We're going to have to pick one of them up. Alright, let's see. Perfect. Let's balance them out. Good. Let's go with the next one. Now we're on to the rears. Look at that size of that tire, huh? You're thick, boy. Look at that. That's a beast of a tire right there. Perfect. Last one. Good. Let's get going on it. Alright, we got all of our wheels. Now, just installing the wheel. Now keep in mind, okay, we're down $387. Okay, actually, before we put the wheels in, let's do the interior first. Start with putting the driver's seat in. Now the passenger seat. And now that beautiful fancy steering wheel. Perfect. Alright, now how much did we increase the value of it? Just the seats and the steering wheel, we increased it 9,500 bucks. Just that. And it did not cost us 9,500 bucks to do it. So, let's start off now, or let's do the rear wheel, I shall say. Remember, how much was it? The value of the car right now is $37,907. We are at a profit margin of $9,248. Now, let's see what one of these wheels adds to the car. Okay. Look at this. We went from a $9,000 profit margin up to a $25,000 profit margin. We are now can sell this car for $53,000. And that's just putting one wheel in the interior on. Okay. Oopsie. Wrong thing. We're not there yet, Skippy. Alright, let's try the other wheel. This car should profit us about $100,000 to $150,000. And what are we up to now? Look at that, up to $69,000. We've already made our money back plus. You know what I mean? Remember, we started out today with this car already here with $61,000. We had 91, so technically we have to get at least 91,000 for this car, and that way we're about 28,000 above what we had. So, all right, what are we up to now? $83,000. Like, this value is just going up and up and up and up real fast. Just putting this last wheel on should net us what we started out with when we bought this car. What are we up to now? $96,000. We haven't even touched the body on it yet. So, guess what's next? Let's start off by putting the clam on, the windscreen, the mirror, and we can't forget the little headlights here. Headlights are such a pain. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's different. You know, little tiny dots, little specks. All right, let's put this door window on. Let's put the rear bumper on. Now the rear clamshell. Let's put the tail lights on. The license plate, which is going to make all the difference in the world. Now let's jump around here to the passenger side. Let's put the passenger door on. Now the door glass. All right. The body's at 100, the frame's at 100, the interior's at 100. We are currently sitting at $137,000 that we can sell this car for. Okay? We started out with a $5,500 profit. We've just made $104,000, and we only put what, 35,000 into it, plus the price of the car, which brings us up to about what, $63,000. So technically we've made about 74,000, give or take. That's not bad, huh? You know what's going to happen? Boom. Sold. We are now sitting at $164,000. So, let's go ahead in here. See, we never made no skill points because we never leveled up or nothing. But let's make the shop just a bit bigger here. Perfect. Let's put our customizational ladder in. That's beautiful. And then, let's see. We need a dyno. We need the paint shop, definitely. That's a definite. Do all that. Let's get the test path. I think we already have the dyno, right? Yeah, we just got that. Perfect. All right, now let's get the battery charger in. Now we're in the little cost. Let's get the window tint in. And I'm not leveled up enough yet to get any of this stuff. And yeah, so, but we got what, another $6 grand left to spend. So there you go. Look at that. We bought everything for the shop, and we're still sitting at $100,000. So Look at all these little flashing lights all the way around, huh? Back here is fine, you know, it is what it is. You can see the test path, you can see the paint shop over here, and you can see the dyno over there. That's what all that is. So, what do you say? We head back to the old junkyard there and see if we can't find ourselves another car to flip. Now, I have my mind set on one in particular. I don't think I have anything in parking. No, I do not. So, alright, we're going to head back to the junkyard and we'll see y'all when we get there. Alrighty, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back to the old junkyard here. We're sitting at currently $99,000. So, let's see if there's anything fancy or expensive in here that we can purchase and make money off of. There's nothing over there. Nothing over here. Chrysler 300. No, that's a Mine R. Not really interested in that at the moment. They are nice cars though when they're built, and they got big wheels on them, all painted out and such. I wonder what this car could do for us. They want $15,554. I wonder. Well, we know this is here. Let's take a little gander around the rest of the yard here. There's a good possibility that we may be bringing that back to do a little flip on that one as well. The same process, you know. Ooh, another Land Rover. Sport SVR. Okay, okay, maybe we can get both of these. What y'all think? The one I was looking for was the Hammerdal S Strale. Let's see, this one's 13, that one's 15. Now we're gonna worry about, we'll get the Vantage. I think that's what this is. Yeah, Aston Martin Vantage. So for $15,554, let's go ahead and purchase that. Bring that right back to the garage. And you know what the hell? May as well grab this one too. Bring this one back to the garage as well. We're now down to $70,000. So let's head back to the gate here. And we could head back to the old shop. And yeah. So I'll see you guys when we get back to the shop. Alrighty, here we are back at the shop. Let's bring this over to the car wash. Let's get her all washed up. Do the interior here, clean that all out nice, spiffy. Look at that. That's different, eh? Lime green interior. Couldn't see it before. Let's wash the car here. Scrub it on down. Looking good, looking good. Alright. Let's bring this over to car lift. Actually, no, let's use B. Let's use B today. Alright. Now, we need, what's it worth at currently at the moment? $17,475. Okay. So it went up a little bit from washing it. Not much, but a little bit. Alright, let's see. What size wheels are on it? We got 20s on this thing. Okay. I'm not even going to mess around with the size of them. I think that's just what we're going to keep. So once again, you know, to make the money, you got to go with the big wheels. You got to go with the expensive ones. That's how you make money. Unfortunately, you can't paint these. So, perfect. Back to $8,400. All right, the rear wheels are 295/35, so we'll keep that the same size. And we're going to get slicks on it as well. 20, 295/35. That's what it was, right? Yep, and the fronts are 255/40. 220, 255/40. Perfect. All right, now we got to get the multi panels. Let's make some money here. All right, we got that. Now we're going to go over here to interior. Let's see, has it got... All right, just the front seats. Okay. All right, so let's see here. Let's run down here to the V for Vantage. 550 bucks. I think what we're going to do is we're going to change this. We're going to bump this up to 2 of them. And then we're going to go, let's see, what's the steering wheel worth for the Vantage? 350. Yeah, let's just change it up here a bit. What's the Vant? 350. Yeah, I think we're going to actually put in, where are you? Right here. Steering wheel M3, 50 bucks more, good enough. And now we need license plates. Does this car have 2 plates on it? Best way, the easiest way to check is just go through here, front and rear license plate. Yes, it does. So we'll go V, 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 A, N, T. I've noticed all the like model names for the vehicles actually fit on license plates. It's weird. Wait, where am I going? Anybody want to explain that one to me? Where the heck am I going on that one? All right, we got 2 of them. Perfect. And while we're waiting, let's start stripping her down. And we'll go to the old handy-dandy little welder here shortly. I mean, we do get XP for... Perfect. Now we're going to have to see, because the car didn't come with wheels on the other side, so we're going to have to see what it needs. Alright, let's see. We need an upper control arm. We need that. And we need that for that one. What about the rear here? What do we need? What do we need? We need one of these. And we need the brakes. Okay, so let's run down here to the brakes. Just the rear brakes, I believe. Yes, it is. Wait, whoa, what was that? Front steering knuckle C. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not entirely sure what they were marking off here, but that's definitely not what we need. Alright, let's see here. We're going to run through. We needed that. 2 of these. We need 1 of these, 1 of those, 1 of these. And that should be good to get the car put the wheels on it, I think. Just go around here. Just going to verify, double check. Yeah, I don't need the shock or the... Perfect. Perfection. Alright, now we're waiting on the parts to show up. Let's run over here. Grab the welder. Now, what's the value at right now since we stripped it down? We're $1,100 in the hole. Spend $1,500, which will put us $2,600 in the hole if it doesn't clean it up nice enough. I don't think we missed anything. Oh, we missed the rear bumper. Makes sense, right? Now we're 895 bucks ahead. We're netting a profit of that right now. Maybe not, because I got to take out this tail out here. All right. So when the parts show up, I'll turn the camera back on. All right. After some time, delivery guy has dropped off our parts. Let's go ahead. We're going to start off over here. Let's see. 255 40 20s are the front. Beautiful. Let's hit them on the balancer. Remember, we started out with $99,000 when we got this car. plus the cost of the car brought us down to about 83. And then we put all the money into it. Now we may net a profit off of this, we may lose money, you know? As long as I see over $100 up there on the top right hand corner of the screen in the bank account, we're good. We're better than good, we're golden. Alright. Alright, first things first. Let's put the rear wheel on, see how much we increase it by. Because right now, currently, we're $578 in the profit, in the green zone. Now, which one of these wheels inquire? Look at that. 10 grand per wheel. Nothing wrong with that, right? Oh, now we've got to put brake pad, rear sway bar and link on. Perfect. Alright, now the caliper, you can leave everything else off. It just, you know, I just want to get the wheels on it. Perfect. I'm going to put the other rear wheel on. For a 10 grand profit. For $36,000 profit. So, okay, not entirely sure how that works. The math ain't mathin' there, man. What? Okay, well, we're going to have to do a little bit of movie magic here. That's for sure. So bear with me here, folks. I swear, I'm not trying to screw anything up. I'm trying to do it correctly, but that's going to probably be this one, right? Why do they always got to be difficult, you know? And now we got to put the... Perfect. Let's put the front wheel on. We were at $36,000 profit last time. Now we're at 46. So somehow it went from 10 to 36 to 46. So somewhere in there, that little piece there that I added an additional 10,000. All right, let's do this wheel. Perfect. What are we up to right now? $55,000 profit. Get that out of the way. Now we do the body. Put the windshield in first. Let's put the hood on. Let's put this piece on. Let's put the headlights in. It looks like they got to go in before you put the bumper on. Perfect. Let's put the license plate in, which is going to help the cost of the value of the car go up. Beautiful. Put that rear quarter glass in. Swing around. Let's put the hatch on. Tail light. Rear bumper, which I probably could have repaired. Custom plate says Vantage. Put the other tail light on. Now, before we go any further with this side, I'm going to actually put the interior in it now. Start with the passenger side wheel. Put that one in. Driver's side wheel, now the steering wheel. Now that, oops, increased it somewhat. You know, now we're up to $87,000 in the green zone. Let's finish putting this on. So it should bring us over 100,000 in theory when we're done. Keyword being, it should. Now, tinting windows doesn't really increase the value of the vehicle at all, but it's still nice to look at. All right, the body, frame, and interior, are all three of them are at 100%. Our value is sitting at $95,000. So we've definitely made money off of this. Definitely. So let's go over here, bring this over, do a quick little, let's see, bring this one all the way over here. Boom, windshield. Bring this down to 60. Boom. Perfect. Now I got my headlights all set up, or the windows all set up now. Perfect. All right, now we bring this over to the paint shop. Let's throw a quick coat of paint on it. May as well go red, right? Do this real quick here. Let's bring this all the way over here. Bring this all the way back here. Looking snazzy. Let's bring the brightness down just a bit. There we go. So kind of liveries we got for it. Really? Oh wow. All right. Well, I could dig that. $1,000. So our value now is gonna be at $96,000. Look at, doesn't that look like it's ready for the road right now? That red really makes those wheels pop. Makes it look really, really good. Okay, so we never made no money off the paint job. All right. So we bought the car for $15,554, which would have brought us down to about 84, 83-ish, somewhere around there. And then we put an additional, what, 50 grand into it. So, and we're selling it for 95, which will boost us up. Remember, we started at $99,000 when we got this car. Plus, we also bought the other one for 14. So, we'll say we started out with $84,000. No, less than that. I think it was 70,000 we started out with. So we technically only spent 36,200 or 300. So we are turning a profit, and now we're going to sell it. Look at that. I just paid for both vehicles. We're back up over 130 grand. And we don't have really anything else to get for the shop now, besides the other tools in here. So screw it, let's get everything. Let's fully decoate our shop. I kind of like it with all the space in there, but you know, whatever, it is what it is, right? And why not? Let's get this too. There, fully decked out. But purchased everything, we still got $121,000. I'm not at that level yet. You could be level 6 to use that. I don't got no parts for that. Got any brake rotors? No? Didn't think so. And then we also got... Oh, wait, I can probably use this. Haha. And then we can come through here and... you know, do this kind of stuff. Ooh, lost out on that one. But you get what I'm saying. So, all right, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed this on how to make a turn sort of a quick profit, make quick cash. Thank everybody for watching. Please do like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, and we will catch you on the next episode. Have a good one, everyone. Bye.